love shopping online at Temu. Most items are of decent quality and priced much lower than retail. People are raving about their portable folding washing machine. They have lots of kitchen equipment too. Often I find items that are helpful and which I didn't know I needed. Use my link to get 30% off your purchase. The link will be in the description box. Alex Murdaugh used some of the stolen funds from the Pickney family's settlement to charter a private jet to attend a baseball game. Maggie and Alex both loved going to sports events, and now we know that some of the games they went to was paid for with stolen money from the Pickney family. Alex also exploited Hakeem by using footage of him being fed through a straw in a 2021 promotional video he appeared in for a company that creates videos for defense attorneys. In the video, Alex said, "I can't tell you how many times we have used your videos in mediation and seen the attorneys on the other side move to tears." Hello, True Crime Stories family. Welcome back. Did you know that Maggie Murdaugh's will was changed with a handwritten scrawl that was neither dated nor initialed by Maggie herself? On the podcast video called Maggie Murdaugh's Life of Luxury Part 2, Wendy Convington commented Maggie's truck was bought with stolen money from poor innocent victims that needed their judgment money. Shame, shame, shame. I agree, and I feel really bad for the victims. Maggie's $100,000 Benz truck was purchased with stolen money from poor people that needed their money. Maggie and Alex used some of the stolen funds to pay off loans and credit cards, but Alex was cutting Maggie checks directly from the money he stole from his victims. Hakeem Pinkney was just 19 years old when he was left paralyzed after a car accident in 2009. One of the car's tires came apart, and the car rolled several times, also injuring his mother, Pamela Pinkney, his sister, Shaquara, who suffered from scratches, and his cousin, Natasha Thomas, who suffered from a facial injury. Hakeem had been a student athlete at the South Carolina School for the Deaf and Blind, where he played on the football team. His mother said Hakeem, who was deaf, got thrown out on his head, so he had a spinal cord injury. They operated on him. He ended up paralyzed, a quadriplegic. The family hired Alex Murdaugh, who sued the tire company for damages and secured the family a multi-million-dollar settlement. The former attorney is accused of using the cooperation of Corey Fleming, a banker who was a conservator in the case, to steal some $1 million from the family. While Natasha was waiting for her settlement money to come in, she went to Palmetto State Bank to get a loan to pay for school. Russell extended a loan with an interest rate of 18%, despite granting sizable loans to himself and Alex with interest rates of less than 5%. Natasha said she was never told by Alex how much her settlement was, but she received a check for $83,000. However, an additional $325,000 from Natasha's settlement funds was never sent to her. Instead, $325,000 of Natasha's settlement funds was stolen by Alex and broken down into individual checks. The checks were dispersed to Alex, Maggie, Randolph, Russell, Charlie, and an LLC owned by Alex. Alex was trying to shield Moselle from future lawsuits by putting Moselle in Maggie's name, but she died and left everything to Alex, so he changed her will. In the original document, Maggie named her sister as her personal representative, meaning that she would oversee the execution of Maggie's wishes following her death. Alex's father died 3 days after Maggie on June 10, 2021. But rather than reinstate Maggie's sister as the estate representative, both Alex and Buster signed documents nominating John Marvin. Maggie's sister was not aware that Maggie had named her the personal representative, nor that her name had been crossed out until she received documents from lawyers acting for the Murdaughs in December 2021. The paperwork called for her to officially sign away any claim to the role. Maggie allowed Alex to transfer Moselle into her name because she looked at Moselle as an asset, but Alex had full knowledge that a host of potential lawsuits were coming down the pipeline, and Moselle was shielded if Maggie was alive. Records uncovered by DailyMail.com show that Alex had a quick fix to keep it that way following her death. Immediately after the property was put up for sale, Alex filed a qualified disclaimer with the probate court in which he renounced his inheritance. Alex thought when Moselle sold, the proceeds would not go to him, nor to the pockets of all those with claims against him, but it would all go to his surviving son, Buster. Boy, was he wrong. The representative of Maggie's estate, John Marvin, put Moselle on the market, but the complex legal battle over who was entitled to the proceeds stalled that sale for close to a year before Moselle was finally sold. In filings and counterfilings, John Marvin and Alex petitioned for the right to sell, while the receivers argued that neither Maggie's ownership nor Alex's renunciation of his inheritance were legal, as both were cynical ruses employed to hold on to the millions. Russell Lafitte was recently found guilty. The indictment claimed that the three men conspired to steal some of the Pinckneys' settlement funds to pay off other conservatorship accounts that Murdaugh had stolen from previously. A check for $309,581 was issued to a Murdaugh family member, and a $130,192 was paid to a private jet company Alex used. Pamela Pinckney said that she is still in disbelief over Alex's schemes. He painted a pretty picture in front of my presence, but behind my back, it was otherwise, she said. I was just in disbelief. Up until this day, it's like it just doesn't seem real to me, what really took place and what happened. I want every penny of what I'm going through right now. My pain, my suffering, my anxiety, my depression, I want what's due to me. She also spoke with Fitz News and said her trust was broken by Alex. To know that you put your trust and your emphasis in someone who says they have your best interest in mind and looks you in your face and tells you and your entire family that they have your best interest, that you got us 100%, and then you go and you steal from us, even though you got paid through legal fees to work the case. Then you turn around and you steal on top of that from the family. And my son is deceased. It tears me apart literally every day. Attorney Justin Bamberg, one of the lawyers currently representing the Pinckney family, told CNN that there is nearly $1 million missing from the family's settlement. A conservatorship had been set up for Thomas and Pinckney by Murdaugh following the accident, who then went on to borrow from those accounts. He was a predator. Alex Murdaugh was a predator who did not care about your life circumstances. Almost $1 million is gone and unaccounted for, and no one knows where it's at. Maggie wasn't interested in where Alex's money was coming from, but she wanted to know where his money was going when their funds started getting low. Maggie had to notice that Alex was bringing home way more money than he was really making, and she probably wondered where was he getting these large sums of money from, but Maggie didn't care, nor ask any questions. Maggie wanted to hire a forensic accountant only to find out where Alex's money was going. I wonder if Maggie would have found out that Alex was stealing, would she had still supported him and stuck by his side?